Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
So when did you first move to Nashville? Like, how old were you?
I moved to Murfreesboro, which is just outside of Nashville, 2008.
Okay.
And that's where I went to school, went to MTSU.
Right when the crisis happened.
Yeah.
The recession.
Yeah. I don't know if my family really felt that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's pretty hip to the stock market, so I don't know if it really hit us, and I've never really bothered to ask because that's just a can of worms I didn't feel like opening.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Went to MTSU, studied music business.
Okay.
And minored in journalism, which it's a lot of money, man. And it was good because I made the best friends of my life. It gave me so much confidence to be able to handle myself as an artist, be able to negotiate contracts, to be able to understand and read contracts. Indispensable.
Yeah.
And then the guys who I became close with, they were on the audio engineering side. And so it was like a perfect storm to make a band because like half of us studied audio, the other half of us studied business. And so we were like our own in-house kind of team. We handled everything.
Yeah.
And so that was an incredible experience.
What was the name of the band?
The band was called The Joy of Painting. So like the Bob Ross show.
The Joy of Painting, dude. Oh, that's awesome. So that shows your appreciation of art as a whole as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
The name came about because I don't think most band names don't come out of anything meaningful. I'm fairly convinced that people are so desperate to find a band name that works. We were just doing word association, not necessarily word association, but it came about. When the name came up, my buddy Kyle suggested it, or he's a keyboard player, and I pulled up. I really didn't know about Bob Ross or The Joy of Painting. I just pulled up a couple episodes, and I'm like, let me just kind of sink into this and see how I feel. I'm like, I'm okay being associated with this. This is fine.
Yeah.
It's not, it's like The Joy of Painting was like a Weezer type of power pop band, so it's not like it was calm and relaxing.
Sure.
So there's no real correlation there, but it was just a name.
Yeah. No, that's a cool name.
But yeah, I moved to Nashville proper right after I graduated. We all graduated within a year of each other, some were a year before, some were a year after, but we essentially all migrated. And this was like a big scene. The Murfreesboro music scene was fascinating because it was, and I've talked about this a lot with friends, it really had two parts. I was in like the coffee shop singer-songwriter side, like sad boy and a guitar type of thing. And then there was a more... there was a more experimental side.
Oh, okay.
Way more experimental, like stuff that I've never heard before, similar to experiences like seeing a guy like Sufjan Stevens, where I'm like, my brain wasn't even on that wavelength. And so I didn't quite understand because I was still, for a long time, I was like, if it's not 3 minutes and has a chorus that I can remember, I don't care. I was like very much in that camp.
Sure.
So closed-minded, I would say. And then these guys would be around, they'd throw these crazy house parties. The place was called Trash Mountain.
Trash Mountain?
Trash Mountain. And there were other house shows and stuff like that I never really felt quite connected to because it was just not me. It was just not yet at least. But then we all moved, that scene, my scene, we all kind of migrated, and then we eventually just kind of, it was perfect because we all just kind of became friends because we all came from the same place. The two scenes kind of melded. And then the people who were writing experimental stuff, they started writing pop songs. And me, I was trying to, not necessarily like pop songs, like not like Katy Perry pop, but just like catchy songs.
Sure.
Then I started getting more into experimental stuff. And so the lines blurred, and the people that were a part of that scene are still running the show in Nashville now.
Yeah.
We had a really powerful community that was very creative and very... It was like an entrepreneurial spirit. The folks that were a part of that scene were just... that's all they wanted to do. It was just like the life that we lived, and we just wanted to have fun and hear each other and be there for each other. It was incredible. I am so lucky that I got to experience it before it is what it is now, which is not bad, but just so much. And you can't...
I would. There's probably more money in it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean... I guess, but I don't. It's hard to say. I would say yes, there has to be more money in it because the people that are coming to Nashville are people with money. So I would assume that. But it was already hard to be noticed in Nashville when I got there, and the amount of people that are there now, I would be horrified going back to Nashville now because it's
intimidating.
So I mean, it was intimidating then. It's just tenfold now.
How do you stand out amongst the crowd?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how. You have to really be something special. But I mean, there's something special. That's the crazy thing about Nashville is something special is everywhere.